Who is LSU's main player? Is it Reese? Morrill? Is it Williams? Haley? It's always going to be Reese. She is the captain of the LSU ship. Angel Reese is the heartbeat of this team. They don't win without her, period. She is leading all scorers with a little over 19 points a game. She may not always be the highest scorer every night, but she will be the most impactful. She's second in the nation in rebounding with 12.3 rebounds per game. She has the second highest win shares on the team at 4.3, and she has the highest BPM rating of any of her teammates at 14.4. Her greatest contribution has always been on the offensive end, as the stats and advanced metrics show. Angel Reese is a legit piece for her team, and she is playing elite basketball at the college level. Now, on to the elephant in the room topic when concerning Angel Reese. And you almost can't escape it when bringing her up. And that is butthurt Clark fans and Reese apologists. Angel Reese has always been on the same energy she presented in the Natty. But a good chunk of the nation wasn't made aware of this up to that point. She's just on that Kevin Garnett type of energy. An excessively hyped person who will rub some people the wrong way. The stakes were high. The miracle run of Caitlin Clark ran out of steam. Iowa got their butts kicked. Reese did some excessive taunting at the end of the game, and Clark didn't respond to it. Angel made it clear in her post-interview she was waiting to taunt, and quite a few Clark fans lost their shit. Then came the pushback. Reese was called unsportsmanlike. The fans of Angel Reese didn't like that. False equivalent examples of Caitlin Clark trash talking started spreading. It became a huge mess. And ultimately, it spiraled down the predictable road of it being about race. The whole conversation is now just a quagmire topic that's best left alone. Clark's even on record saying she wasn't bothered by the incident and Reese didn't do anything wrong. But that doesn't matter. Reese is still a villain to quite a few fans of Caitlin Clark. Now, two prevailing stances follow Reese everywhere. You either, one, love her to a fault, brag up even her most mundane of outings, and defend everything she does, or you really dislike her, can't wait to point out all the flaws in her game or team failures that you'll make her solely responsible for, and last but not least, you can't wait to express how overrated she is, if nothing else. The latter is just a vocal minority, but these guys are so active that they can drown out actual LSU critiques concerning team problems. These guys will hammer Reese in the comments section for team losses, even if she's objectively the one positive takeaway. Kim Mulkey should be very thankful that Angel Reese is on that team, for she dodges a lot of criticism because of her. Reese to Mulkey is like what Jupiter is to Earth. She absorbs majority of the asteroids that could hit our planet. The Clark-Reese comparison makes no sense, and it seems to be more of who's more popular type ordeal than anything else. I see people giving stat comparisons between these two, and I'm like, they don't play the same position. They don't have the same roles on the court, and they don't have the same load of responsibility for their teams. Their usage rate is vastly different from one another. So this, on top of the other reasons, is why this isn't a reliable assessment. A better comparison to make with Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark would be against another player sharing a similar role who are being used in the same manner. Angel Reese is actually top level when paired against other elite post players of the same position. Her usage rate is nearly 20 points lower than Clark, but she still affects the game at a very high rate based off how she is used. Clark's usage rate is higher because she's needed more, and is also not surrounded by four of the stars to share the load like in the case of Reese. So Clark has more of an opportunity to look like a rock star, because she needs to play like so in order for her team to succeed. Reese needs to play within a system that best supports a team of multiple stars in order to have the best chance of winning. Two different scenarios. One needs to make sacrifices in order to maximize team success, and the other needs to play like Jordan in order to succeed. Reese is actually having a great year, and her numbers are quite similar to any other big that's being considered for Player of the Year. Now, I'm not actually endorsing Reese for Player of the Year, but what I am saying is that she's far from being overrated, and that LSU can't even sniff the notion of advancing far in March without the contribution she brings.